Just a quick reaction to the Oscars last night. The first thing to say is that I don't think we should take the Oscars too seriously. Film appreciation is so subjective. One person may love a film and another hate it, and both could be perfectly valid views. At the same time, I do think that having industry acknowledgement for great work is really good. It's nice to reflect on the best films of 2024, and it does ensure that some of the best films might get a bigger audience than they got on their release. I haven't included every category, just the ones where I feel that I've got something to say. Let's start with actor in a leading role. I'd agree with the winner here, Adrien Brody. I think that he stands out amongst these five. There's a depth to his performance in The Brutalist, an intensity. It's a real acting performance. All these five actors were great performances. I don't think that anyone doesn't deserve to be in the list. For actor in a supporting role, this was an absolute no-brainer, I think. Again, I agree that the winner should be Kieran Culkin. I think it's arguable that he could have been in the Best Actor category. Out of the other four, they're all solid performances. None of them really stands out for me. I would probably just about give it to Edward Norton. Next, on actress in a leading role, the first thing to say is that I'm really in favour of the increasing trend of calling female actors just actors. An actor is an actor. There's no need to distinguish by gender. These issues are complex, but I think that it would be an improvement to rename the categories Best Female Actor, Best Male Actor in a Leading Role. However, as with any binary categorisation like this, it doesn't take into account gender neutral or LGBTQ+. Perhaps we should just have one category for Best Actor, or maybe we could have an extra category for gender neutral LGBTQ+. It's complex, but I do think these issues are important and worthy of debate. That said, I think that Mikey Madison is a deserving winner, but I'm not sure that she would have been my choice. It is a great performance. It's a perfect mix of kind of toughness and vulnerability. I can't say that she doesn't deserve it, but I personally would have given it to Demi Moore. I thought that Moore was absolutely fantastic, and I think that the part actually demanded more. Plus, I think that Moore deserves some recognition like this. Madison is young and she'll have more opportunities to win. At the same time, it's well deserved. I'm not going to argue too much with this. I also thought that Fernanda Torres was fantastic in I'm Still Here, and Cynthia Erivo in Wicked was strong too. As with the male category, all of these performances were good. Even Carla Sofia Gascon, although she ended up being effectively ruled out because of problematic social media posts, it was a good performance, I thought, although I do think that Emilia Perez is a deeply flawed film. I think that Zoe Saldana is a deserving winner for Emilia Perez. She's a great actor, I think, and so I'm happy for her to get this recognition. I thought all five nominees were excellent performances. I really enjoyed them all. I probably wouldn't have given it to Saldana myself. Do you know what? I think I would have given it to Ariana Grande. I loved this performance. I think she proved that she's a really good actor. For cinematography, I think that The Brutalist is the right choice. I also thought that Maria was outstanding in this category, but I do think that that film was flawed, that it was a bit over the top, style over substance, that it almost looked like a fashion magazine advert. For this reason, I think The Brutalist was more deserving. Nosferatu also looked great. To be honest, I wouldn't really have objected if the Oscar for cinematography had gone to Nosferatu or Maria. I wouldn't have put Emilia Perez in this list. It is a while since I've seen that film, but I don't recall that the cinematography had anything that made it stand out for me. And June Part 2, well, for me, a film with so much CGI just shouldn't be compared to the fantastic cinematography of The Brutalist, Maria and Nosferatu. For costume design, I think Wicked is a really deserving winner. I was really surprised how much I enjoyed this film, and I think the costumes are a big part of the joy of it. I did love the costumes in Conclave, especially the way the red robes contrasted with the old buildings, but I guess this is more of a cinematography point. The costumes were actually pretty conventional for that environment. Nosferatu was a big disappointment for me, and I didn't really like the look of the monster. I can't object to it being in the list, however. I do object to Gladiator 2 being in this list. I don't think that anything about Gladiator 2 justified it being anywhere near any category of the Oscars. For directing, I think Sean Baker is a really solid choice. I think his films are great, and Anora is a compelling story. It's entertaining, but it also has substance with deep, meaningful themes. It's really well made. I think you can also say that The Brutalist has all of these characteristics, and I may actually have just given this award to Brady Corbett over Baker. I think that The Brutalist has an epic, classic film quality that would just convince me to give this to Corbett, judging between the two. However, I don't think that either of these should have won Best Director. I think that Coralie Farge is such a creative, exciting filmmaker. I was absolutely thrilled by the substance in terms of its filmmaking. I'm happy that Baker has received a Best Director Oscar, but I would definitely have given it to Farge. For International Feature Film, I think I'm Still Here is a worthy winner. It's an important film and it has really good performances. For me, it wasn't outstanding. I think that I would have given the award to The Girl with the Needle. This film was outstanding. To be fair, I still haven't seen Flow as it's not released in the UK yet. I think it will be released in the next couple of weeks, so I will review it then. For makeup and hairstyling, there can be no other winner than The Substance. I'm glad that The Substance gets at least some recognition here. On original screenplay writing, I'm not sure that I would have given this to Anora. I think that the clear standout here was A Real Pain. I think that this was such a smart script. It was a seamless blend of comedy and really serious historical reflection, deep thoughts on the meaning of life, but really entertaining at the same time. For much of the movie, it has the tone of a light comedy, yet at the same time, it's able to accommodate a scene which evokes deep experience around the trauma of the Holocaust. It's really impressive. I'm not objecting to Anora winning. The script does have an authenticity to it, and it also mixes some humour and serious points. It's a deserving winner, but for me, I would definitely have given this award to Anora. And so, to Best Picture. First, let me say that Dune Part 2 and Nickel Boys should have been nowhere near this list for me. I think that Anora is a great film. I don't object to it winning Best Picture. However, it wasn't actually in my top 10 for 2024. But I do think that there are so many things that are great about it. It is a deserving winner. That said, I would definitely have given the Oscar for Best Picture to The Substance. For me, this was creative, exciting, thrilling and shocking cinema, with a depth in terms of themes and meaning, great acting performances, and just great fun. For me, it was the clear winner. I wouldn't have objected if The Brutalist had won Best Picture. It does have an epic quality. In fact, I am a bit surprised that it didn't actually win Best Picture. Okay, so they're my thoughts on the Oscars. One final comment. For me, there are some major omissions. Looking down the list of 208 films that were eligible for awards, I would have included the following films for at least some recognition: Black Dog, Green Border, Kinds of Kindness, Love Lies Bleeding, and Strange Darling. One more. For me, the biggest omission was The Beast, directed by Bertrand Bonello. I think that this film could have been up for many awards. Can I ask you that if you enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing to the channel? I'd really appreciate that. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.